Hi and welcome to Wrong Way, and today we're having a Q&A. So let me tell you more about it. Wrong Way. And also welcome to my new place. I actually moved and now I'm closer to the city, and as you see by the background, yeah, it looks quite a bit nicer, and now I have also light coming through like these big windows here, so I can also provide you better quality for the video. So really stoked on that, really happy about that as well. And before we jump into the questions, I also wanted to tell you that my video I'm playing bass on an electric unicycle actually got featured in Davey 504's video. Yes, the Davey 504, the bass player, the guy I'm watching for a long time already on YouTube. And if you want to check out the video, just check out the link below. It's at 5 minutes 33 seconds, and yeah, boy, Wrong Way is actually in his, it's so amazing. I'm super happy that he has seen the video, that he could check out my playing, which is, I don't consider myself, to be a great bass player, but the thing with the electric unicycle, well, I'm just happy he got to see it, he got to judge it, and actually I checkmated him.
Wow, that was very cool. Unfortunately, I don't have a unicycle and I never go outside, so I think he just checkmated me. Wrong way. You won the war, but not the battle yet.
So yeah, pretty big deal. I'm super stoked about it. And he also said that I won the war, but the battle isn't over. So I would be really curious to see what happens next. I actually sold my bass in the meantime, and I just have an electric guitar, but I also play, with pick and also with my hands, and I tap, so I think I need to get a bass now. Yeah. So anyhow, with that right out of the way, you guys asked me some questions. I have them all here. I asked them on Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube, so I'll try to answer all of them. So first, let's start with YouTube, because I think I saw the most questions there. How many times police caught you riding on the road? How did they react? Did you get any tickets? So I actually did not receive any tickets while riding on the road in Poland. None at all. Usually police react really positively onto me riding on the street with a EUC, with a electric unicycle or a scooter. Once I was riding like 2 years ago perhaps on a majestic board on the street, and then they just asked me to go back on the sidewalk. But usually, always when I have a big EUC or a big scooter, they always let me drive on the road. Sometimes they just pull over and ask me some questions, and overall the police is much more friendly than some drivers out here in Warsaw. I did get stopped in Germany once with my electric hoverboard. Yes, I had a hoverboard, and yeah, they just basically let me go, and they said that they would send a ticket out to me, which I never got, which I never paid. So yeah, in Germany you gotta watch out. In Poland, I think you're safe when it comes to the police. Actually, I once had a crash with a car when I was going over a pedestrian crossing. I had a green light and a car wanted to drive into me, and actually the car driver got a ticket and his license suspended. So yeah, that's that. Question number 2, cycle and e-bike. What is Moomin's mother's name? Sorry, didn't watch that, gotta Google it. Next question by Mark Efford. Should there be a moral set speed when going around pedestrians, etc. from the PEV group? Respecting others will allow scooters, EUCs to be more acceptable in public. So I always go, I always keep that in mind. Like, you always need to take care of the person, of the person that is slower, that has, less weight, that is, I think on the first place are the pedestrians, like in terms of importance, then are, cyclists, PEV riders, and so on, and then motorcycles, and then cars, trucks. So like the highest category should watch out for the next one more, if that makes sense. So if you go around pedestrians, I always, drop the speed by, up to like 10 kilometers an hour. Depends also on the distance, like how close the pedestrian is next to me. But if it's really close, I also sometimes just stop if I don't know what they will do. And you always need to watch out around intersections, around bus stops, in parks. You need to really, mostly watch out for kids. Kids, you never know what they would do, and you really don't want to get them hurt. You don't want to hurt anyone, but especially kids, you need to watch out. So if you are, just on a sidewalk, just do 5 to 10 kilometers per hour. It does never hurt to stop to 0. And if you're just going on a bicycle path, well, the speed is like 30, maybe sometimes 40 if it's empty, but it depends on the circumstances. But definitely always drop the speed if there are pedestrians around, and if you're driving really fast, drop the speed if you want to overtake a cyclist, because you never know. So that's that. I hope I answered your question in this way. Next question from Jodr. When do you think PEVs will become the main thing on the city roads? Can it even happen? So I think it grows really rapidly, our community. I'm really happy about that. And the more of us are riding, the faster it becomes just a usual thing. So I think maybe in 10 years, there will be like an even number of cars and PEVs on the road. I hope there will be more PEVs than cars. I think it's just like with phones. So, there was the first iPhone or whatever, and, it's just exploded. And I think that PEVs are just so commute friendly, they're so eco-friendly, and they're just so easy to use. And I think there's no other way. They have to become mainstream at some point. Next question from DZVid27. Has Inmotion addressed the cutoff during max speed? This will really help me decide if it's worth buying this EUC or wait for the next iteration of the V11. Actually, I didn't hear about the cutoff at high speed. Didn't happen to me, but definitely this is not a performance wheel. So if you're looking more into a, electric unicycle where you can ride 50 kilometers an hour, 55 at a daily basis and without any worries, don't look at the Inmotion V11, just better look at a Galway product or the Veteran. So if you're looking just for something that has more performance, more, top end at the higher speed, also if you're heavier, this will help a lot. Didn't hear about the cutoff, but my Inmotion V11 tilts me back a lot, especially at lower battery levels. So definitely not a wheel for like the pure performance standpoint. Next question from Elliot Claus. Do you think PEVs will go mainstream? When and what type? I think that sort of connects to the Jodr question. So are there any movies or TV shows featuring EUCs? I think I heard of some. I'm not really sure. If you know the exact movies, just type them in the comments so Elliot will know what's up. What are your channel analytics like? It's I don't know if I can talk about everything here, but I do get like 15-20,000 views a day on a channel. I think you can also check this out on the internet. If you want to check out the stats, just type in my channel on socialblade.com. So then you can see the trends, all the stuff that's happening, and so on. I basically gain around 100 subs every day, something around that. Pretty cool. I'm also really happy about the growth of the channel. Thank you a lot for joining in. Current daily driver. Found Sherman too heavy and hard to take when not riding. I'm planning to get a new wheel just for long range and comfortable in city area for food deliveries. Should go at least 70 miles. High speed is not important. Reliable and long term. My thoughts till now is Nicola, sort of not a question at the end, but trying to avoid Sherman as it's super heavy wheel. What if I got stairs or have to lift it for moving around? So my current daily driver is a Inmotion V11 because I had to send back the Sherman to erides.co.uk, but there are actually 2 high-speed wheels, or even 3 high-speed wheels coming, or actually 4 high-speed wheels coming onto the channel. One of them will be mine, but I can't tell you yet which it is. You have to just wait and see what it will be. If you're doing food delivery 70 miles, probably you could do it on a Kingsong 16X. I know there's someone in Norway or Finland doing that on a 16X, Kingsong 16X. Well, the thing with stairs is you don't want to carry up some stairs, either a Sherman or a Nikola or a 16X. I mean, I was carrying the Nikola up 3 sets of stairs, and that can be really exhausting. So better just, you know, leave the EUC on the bottom floor, connected with a bike chain, and then you can go up easily. A friend of mine, Martin, is using the 16X, and this was like his favorite vehicle for that. He also has a Nikola. So I don't know really. 70 miles on a single charge is, I think you can just do it on the Sherman at reasonable speeds or on the Kingsongs, because Kingsongs just tend to have a bit more range. So yeah, I would either say the 16X or I don't really know, man. So in the end, I can't really tell you like which one is the best, because the 16X is also not that weatherproof. So then you have to look into the Nikola and the MSP more. I don't know, man. Probably I would go with the Sherman because it's just so good. Are you using PWM alarms on rides? It's the best way to prevent cutoffs. Alarms depends on current voltage under your current load. Of course, you can hear it in Bluetooth headphones. I'm not using that at all. I'm actually just I'm turning every alarm off in the wheel except for the, you know, overpowered or the 80% beep on Gotways or 70% beep on the Veteran. So yeah, that's that. I don't ride in headphones. Maybe I should start doing that. I don't know. In your opinion, would you rather an EUC with or, okay, I think half, or without suspension? Or do you think that suspension and EUCs are just a 2020 fad? I would really like to have a EUC with suspension, which I have actually. I have the V11. It's here to stay. I'm not selling it. I got it. And I think it's great. It's great for off-road. It's great for city use. But either the V11 and the S18 are just not performance wheels, and that's what I'm looking for. So we got a EX. I think soon, like in 1 year or two, probably every unicycle will have some sort of a suspension, because it just works so well, especially if you have a pothole coming up that you don't see, or I don't know, off-road, it works wonders. Yeah, I think it's definitely not a fad. It's really a thing that will shape the future of EUCs. Would you recommend the Gotway MCM5 V2 as a first-time EUC rider? Yes. Russian font. Don't you think that electric scooter and electric unicycle are unreliable? They're all made from no-name Chinese parts. Do you plan to add to your review more technical details? Maybe disassembling? Thank you, doing great. So maybe I'll answer the last question first. I'm not really good at disassembling and assembling stuff. Usually I have 1 screw or more left over, but maybe for long-term reviews, like on the Inmotion V11, after 2,000 or 3,000 kilometers, we will open it up and see how it looks from the inside. But most of the time, the reviews will be without opening PEVs up. When it comes to just the quality, I think that scooters are mostly like really mediocre quality. You know, the brakes keep squeaking. There are different, you know, things happening with the stems, and they tend to break. And I don't really know. I think that EUCs are way more reliable. In my Gotway Nikola that I rode for 6,000 kilometers, nothing basically broke until I got to EUC service. And yeah, I didn't have to do anything. I just swapped tire, and that was, you know, everything at fault on the Gotway Nikola. So I think EUCs are way more robust, especially the Gotway ones, when it comes to just weather sealing, well, except maybe for just the button turn on and off. But yeah, I think EUCs are the most reliable PEVs, period. Next question, Agata Komuda. What do you think about new secret Marek frame? I secretly like it. DJ Jasko, Jacek. Number 1, it's a Polish question, so I'll translate it to you. Which unicycle is the best unicycle ever, in my opinion? Just in my use case, for now, at this period, before riding the Gotway X and the Monster Pro, it has to be the Veteran Sherman. You know, charging speed, roll cage, lighting, speed, performance, range. It just checks all the boxes. The second question is, which unicycle was the first unicycle that stopped being a toy and started to be a like pro machine? And for me, it's got to be the V10F. It's just it's the first electric unicycle that, you know, I basically got. I was riding it all the time, everywhere, for recordings, to, you know, to do stuff in the city, you know, just to get from point A to point B. So that was that. And number 3, which unicycle had the most positive impact on you 1.5 years ago, 1 year ago, and half a year ago? So 1.5 years ago, it had to be the Inmotion V10F, or V10 at that time. It was just, you know, so groundbreaking for me. I just learned how to ride the unicycle then. It just opened my eyes. The 1 year ago, it had to be the wrongwayadam. So this is the first like real unicycle, like real performance unicycle I got, and it was just so fast. I was so excited about it. Just the performance, insane. The 84-volt Nikola, and half a year ago, it had to be the wrongwayadam MSS. You know, just the speed and performance that it had was just mind-blowing. Electric scooter or electric unicycle? Electric unicycle. Can you do a wheelie with your electric unicycle? Yes. Do you have any other work besides running the YouTube channel? Actually not. The YouTube channel is now my main business, and I have actually a wrong way exclamation mark company. So this is just what I do. When you review turbinators. So turbinators are heat sinks for your e-bike motor. So this is like a regular hub sink for an e-bike, and these are turbinators. So these are, you know, dissipate the heat, so your motor can run cooler. And yeah, that's that. You know, decided by Mark. If you want to buy them, I'll put a link into the description. I know when I make a video about them, I just, you know, want to make a video that is interesting for you guys, and if it's just, you know, showing a piece of metal, I don't know. I don't know where I do it, Mark, but maybe soon. Did you think about making rides, like PEV rides, in other cities besides Warsaw? Yes, I was thinking about that, and actually also like doing a tour over in Poland. So maybe that will be on the horizon soon, but it's still in development. I'm not really fast with doing that. So what is the future of electric unicycles in your opinion? Bigger batteries, bigger range, maybe DC fast charging like on the electric car or electric motorcycle chargers, maybe removable batteries that you could, you know, just swap. But yeah, overall bigger, better, faster, harder, better, faster, stronger. What do you think about safety of the one wheel versus a e-scooter? I think that actually the wheels are safer than the electric unicycle, because they have just a bigger wheel, and if you fall, you have always wrist guards on, and you can just, you know, the wheel just falls somewhere and you can fall and quite safely. They're also lighter, so you won't get hurt that much. And yeah, I think overall and this is my overall experience, it's also like harder, like you have your hands free and you can't touch the throttle accidentally like I did on the Cabo Mantis. So that's that. I think, yeah, EUCs are safer than e-scooters. EUC Germany, we would like to ask you, as a experienced daily rider, how well can an EUC or any other PEV replace a car in daily use? What about convenience, weather, travel time? Thanks a lot and keep up your good work. Thanks, EUC Germany. Well, I don't have a car since 2 to 3 years, something like that. So it totally like replaced anything I would need in a car. Yeah, groceries, easy. Just get there, get a backpack or, you know, bags. Or now I actually have a, I can show it to you on video. I have a big Schubkarre, I call it, but it's not a Schubkarre. It's just a, you know, trailer. And yeah, I actually rode 13 kilometers with huge boxes from my old home to this home with EUC just to transport some stuff. So the EUC can even like transport big stuff. In my case, I think the EUC, once again, is the most practical PEV in this standpoint, because you have your hands free, you can carry stuff. It's super easy to go into a shop and then, you know, trolling it around. So that's that, but scooters are also really practical. I was actually carrying a Christmas tree on a scooter, the Tech Life X9. So yeah, I think like, especially in the city, they can replace your car like quite easily. So that's that. You're only riding the MCM5 the last couple of days. All the big wheels seem to be gone. My question is, which unicycle do you actually own? Which unicycles? Thanks for your nice videos. Thank you for watching my videos. I own the Inmotion V11 and the Galway M10-3. I had the Nikola, but I sold it. And once again, a unicycle I'm purchasing is already shipping to me, and can't tell you yet which one it is, but it's really fast. And yeah, that's really important. I also had the MSS as a daily driver for a long time, but you know, that's gone as well. If you could choose only one wheel for commuting and having fun, what would you choose? Probably now Veteran Sherman? Yeah, but my use case is really weird. I just like fast stuff and a huge range. Like, even if it's heavy, I don't care. 35 kilos is pretty light in like overall terms. You know, the Dualtron X, a scooter, weighs 70 kilograms and is my favorite scooter, but I could never lift it. But I don't care, don't need to lift it that much. Number 1, new Pimp My PEV. When? Very soon. A very interesting 010X will be in Pimp My PEV. Number 2, what do you think about heavy 35+ kilogram wheels that can be popular next year with Monster Pro, EX and Sherman? I think they're great. Honestly, heavy scooters, e-scooters are on the market already for a long time, and I think they're great. Once again, Dualtron X, my favorite scooter, like in overall terms, and I think actually they're great. You don't really need to carry them that much in the city. I mean, when I had the Sherman, I probably lifted it like 4 or 5 times, and even if it was like 45 kilograms, probably if I could lift it, well, I will have to wait for a EX or a Monster Pro to show up to tell you like how easy it is with a even heavier wheel. But in all terms, I think, yeah, great. Heavy EUCs, good stuff. Number 3, pedal dip on Galway is one thing I will never buy a Galway wheel because of. Is it a problem for you as well, or am I the only one who cares about it? Riding 16X. Yes, it is an issue. You can live with it. I mean, it's not so bad when you get used to it on the MSP and on the Nikola. I would not buy a Monster, like 22-inch Monster, because of the pedal dip. So in this wheel, too much, but on the other wheels, you can live with it. It's not so bad. Next question, Boss Manati. Hi, boss. What is your all-time favorite PEV? You can only choose one. Electric unicycle. And by the way, subscribe to Boss Manati as well. He's a great e-bike PEV YouTuber. I'm a 145-pound rider, and I'm starting to think about a new wheel. Monster Pro or Sherman? I would probably go Sherman, but I didn't ride the Monster Pro, so that's generally not a good response. Maybe if I ride the Monster Pro, I will say the Monster Pro. Where to buy side pads in Poland or some other protection? Well, side pads aren't really a protection, are they? I think your question is invalid. Are Galway wheels waterproof? Yes, pretty much. I was riding the Nikola all year. Once again, 6,000 kilometers, no issues at all. Only thing you need to cover perhaps is the on-off switch. Review on Galway X. Cycle e-bike or EUC for commute? I would just use EUC. Maybe if I had endless amounts of money, then cycle an e-bike, especially if I had a longer distance to go and just the street. But other than that, EUC. And also I can carry it in the train very easily. Have you moved to a new apartment? Yes, you see it now. Most exotic place you'd like to ride a EUC at? My dream is to ride up Overheat Hill. I don't care about the mountains. I don't care about Switzerland, Spain, islands, Bali. I want to go up Overheat Hill. Adrian asks, Łupkowski, the best wheel for city rides? It really depends. It depends on your use case. My city wheel would be probably a Veteran Sherman or a Monster, the MSP Speed. But for others, it would be a Inmotion V8. So really depends on your use case. If you go on the street, probably powerful wheel and big distances. If you go just have smaller distances and just grocery shopping, whatnot, MCM5 or Yeah, MCM5. If there weren't any electric unicycles on our planet, what would I ride? I think I would just stop existing. When is the next? When will you show like a analog unicycle in a video? Good idea. Don't know when, but I might just buy it. And Jakub Serafin, who is also a Patreon, when you will review a trike. You know, Jakub, we are working on the review for such a long time, but I don't really know. It depends on Tomasz, who has the trike. So I don't know when it will happen, but hopefully it will someday happen, and we will and the meme will be dead. So that will be nice. So I'm really happy you asked them. I hope it cleared something up. As you can see, I'm pretty much also all healed with my hands. My broken wrist is basically all healed right now. I still have to check at the doctor if it's fine. But soon probably I'll also but soon I'll also be able to ride scooters. So if you're still here, leave a like on the video, subscribe to see more content like this. I'll see you in the next video. See you soon.